Hello, everybody. Welcome to Jake's newsletter, the podcast before the podcast. I'm Jake, of course, and welcome to my newsletter. Updates for everyone. The Patreon is shut down. It was just becoming a lot of work, and it wasn't up to the quality I want to put out for y'all. So for now, we're just shutting it down, scaling back a little. There are event ideas I have that I really would love to do, so that's what I'm gonna put my time to now. Some fun events for Mutant Puke fans to hear, and yeah, I'm just really burned out, so I just really need something to take away something from my plate, and Patreon was the easiest thing because it's not very popular. But thank you to everyone that joined: Ivy, Jamie, Ms., Nick, Ghost, Simon F. Luna, thank you. And sorry if I'm forgetting anybody, but that's just off the dome. I can't see my Patreon anymore because I closed it, so you shouldn't get billed anymore for the Patreon if you were on it. But yeah, besides that, I just want to shout out a couple tours, same ones from last week I was talking about. The Woodland Creatures 3 tour with Pulses and with Sales Ahead. Jesus. Excuse me. Obviously, Kevin and Matt from Mutant Puke are in Pulses, and Joe and Jamie are also in with Sales Ahead. So, oh my god, I am sorry. I'm burping so much. Yeah, and they're gonna be supported by a whole bunch of people: long friend, time friend, Granite State, Science Penguin, Fellowship, Macau, Forever We Roam, The Safety, Cascaded, Sister Sleep, I Met a Yeti, Letters to Part, Charlene Joan. They're gonna be supported by all those bands. So let me just read out the venues really quick. 6-9, June 9th, they're gonna be in Philadelphia, PA. June 10th, they're gonna be in Baltimore. June 11th, they're gonna be in Richmond, Virginia. Shout out Richmond, Virginia. I grew up very close to there. June 12th, they're gonna be in Charlotte, North Carolina. Shout out, that's Keeley World. In June 13th, they're gonna be in Atlanta, Georgia. And finally, June 14th, they're going to be in Orlando, Florida at Will's Pub. And FYI, all of Mutant Puke will be there. So you could come say hi, take pictures. We could hang out. We could be best friends, IRL, if you come to Will's Pub to see Pulses and with Sales Ahead. You can get all your tickets at wc3tour.com. And then the only other thing couple things. Discord. You can check out our Discord in the description. Join it up. Come say hi. We have music discussions. Right now we're doing a 30-day music challenge where it gives a prompt like a song that reminds you of someone you hated, and you have to post a song, and we're making a big playlist. It's very fun. So come on, get on that. We got plenty of days left out of the 30. We're 5 days in, so come on, jump in. Drop some songs. And I also wanted to shout out the Elders/Space Corolla 2023 Summer East Coast Tour. Keely is in Space Corolla, and she's taken to calling this Math Rock Summer Tour, and I think that's a very good tour. And that's gonna have local support from Adventure and Angles, Sauce. Sorry, I'm reading the fucking thing, and the text is all wobbly. With Sales Ahead and Pulses also. So at July 26th, they're gonna be in Charlotte, North Carolina. July 27th, they're gonna be in Washington, D.C. July 28th, they will be in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. That's my guess as to what PA is. Still don't know. July 29th, they will be in New Jersey. Unconfirmed where they will actually be. I will update y'all when I know. And then finally, July 30th, they are gonna be in Queens, New York, where Spider-Man lives. Hi, small addendum, I know, I'm super annoying. First things first, happy Pride Month to all my gabies in the listener base. You know, this is a pretty queer podcast, so Thanks so much for listening, and I hope you have a great month. And then second, if you're an Omerta fan and this is your first time listening to Mutant Puke, welcome. We welcome you in. Please consider checking out one of our music review episodes, maybe the one where we reviewed Omerta. I believe it's episode 63. So yeah, thanks so much for checking out this episode. We're gonna get right into it. Thanks for listening to another exciting episode of Jake's newsletter. I am now recording. Good note to start the record on. I burp so much on this fucking podcast. They should be used to it by now. Welcome welcome to Mutant Puke. I'm Jake, your host, and today I got some very special guests. The entire lineup of Omerta. Wow, usually we Hello! Do you each want to introduce yourself for any new fans and say what you do in the band?
Sure. I guess we'll go from, I guess I'll start. Yeah. I'm Gustavo, and I yell into the microphone for you people.
My name is Han. I play guitar, and I also do some vocals.
I'm Carlos. I play guitar, and yeah.
My name is Zorn. My name is Zorn. I play bass.
My name is Danny. I play drums.
Awesome. Yeah. You scream beautifully into the microphone, by the way, and you play drums beautifully. You know, y'all kill it on every front. I gotta say, I've become a massive fan in a very short amount of time. We checked out your
thank you.
Your newest single, Anti-Amorous, for the show, and yeah, that Hyperviolence, the album, it blew me away. Like, I was like, where have these guys been all my life? How'd I miss these guys for 2 years? I'm
Houston, Texas.
I'm a little glad I just found y'all, because I don't know if I could stand a 2-year wait for some music for another album. So shout out to all your OG fans. But I definitely want to tackle this interview a little bit from new fan perspective. People who are just getting into y'all with your new music, your new album coming out soon. Or at some point. I don't want to say what. I'm just making stuff up.
Yeah. That's crazy.
So let's get into a very classic, boring podcast question. How did you all meet? How did Omerta form? What's the genesis of Omerta?
There's a very long answer to this question, but
yeah,
it's kind of simple. We all met through just playing in bands in the local scene. I mean, Zorn and I and Han have been playing together in bands since like 2015, and whenever we were looking for another guitar player during the Hyperviolence era, we had known Carlos previous through just the local scene, and we're like, hey, you want the gig? And he joined. And whenever we lost our original drummer, around 2022, I believe. Am I right or am I wrong?
Early 2022, yeah.
Early 2022. We found Danny through his old band, Pac-Man, the movie. I almost said.
Whoa!
Pac-Man the drummer!
Yo!
Hello! And, we were like, yo, this kid kills it. And so I hit him up and I was like, hey, we need someone. Oh, this was right before LDB, by the way. Like a week or two before LDB, we're like, hey, we need someone to do the job. Can you do it?
Well, it was like,
go ahead.
A month before LDB, but they were like, hey, can you send a video of you playing Hyperviolence like next week or something like that? And I was able to learn it really quickly. Probably some of the hardest stuff I've ever played on drums, but it's also been really fun too.
Yeah. I think that was our biggest show prior, at that point, and I think Danny said he had never touched a double bass drum pedal before, right before that. So
well, I had played double pedal stuff, but as far as playing double pedal stuff in 200 BPM, I was scared, honestly. But I just like built the chops up and was able to do that by the time LDB came. It was still a work in progress, but you know, eventually through time after LDB and whatnot, I got more comfortable with it.
He says work in progress, but he killed it. Having
Yeah.
only been a month, I thought it was only a week. My bad. But he, with the time that he had and the amount of practices we had, he definitely did a great job. I think he killed it. And if you don't think so, go look at the fucking video, and you'll be proven wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah,
So
that's
true.
it.
The proof is in the pudding, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Clearly.
So,
More or less, yeah. We just met through local Houston scene. That's just the answer.
awesome. Can I get a age range on y'all? I'm not trying to call anyone out as youngest or oldest, but I'm 26. I'm 26. So how old are y'all?
Hold on, let me ask you something.
Okay,
How old do
okay.
you think we are? How old?
Yeah, take a guess. Each of
Oh
us.
my god, each of you?
Each and every single one of us.
I would love
maybe.
to hear this.
Okay. No offense for any of these, okay?
Oh,
For
okay.
for
I'm already offended.
for Gustavo, I think maybe similar to my age, 25-ish.
Uh-huh.
I turned 27 in 2 weeks.
Okay, a little older than me even. I turned
Yeah.
27 after that. For
Right, next. Who you got next?
Zorn immediately feels like he might be the oldest to me. But I 29.
I turned 29 in a month, so solid guess.
Let's fucking go. Daniel. Or sorry, Danny. Sorry, I was reading the Zoom name.
Fine.
18 years old.
Whoa!
Even newborn fucking baby. He does look very young.
Yeah.
I'm 22, going on to 23 in August.
Okay. You know, at my old age of 26, a 22-year-old is like an 18-year-old to me. It's all the same.
Ever since you got rid of that beard, just
Yeah.
5 years younger.
I
He's a
lost
new,
it.
he's a new baby.
I got younger.
Han.
Hon.
I'm thinking similar to Gustavo, like 27.
I'm 25. I
Okay.
turned 20. Yeah, you're close.
I should have swapped y'all. I would have had it dead on. And then Carlos. Carlos, I'm thinking younger, to be honest. I think like 21.
42.
21.
21?
Oh!
He's 42.
Whoa, that's fucked up. I guess those skincare routines be working for him then.
Yeah. No, I'm actually 28. I'm turning 29 in August.
Oh, okay. Sheesh.
Damn.
This is the
Yeah.
first.
Awesome.
This is the first time someone's been that close to our ages. Everyone always thinks we're
Yeah.
so much younger than that.
Yeah, you do. I can tell you look a little younger, but I can tell by the way you talk. You're not kids.
Fuck it, we're going off the way we talk. I sound 12.
That's silly. Okay, so back to the questions. How does producer Vincent Void play into the band's history? I was looking into your Reddit and I was looking at like questions and answers and stuff like that, and I would see Vincent Void a lot, and I saw that he produced the newest single, and I'm assuming he's produced other stuff for y'all. What's your history?
Oh, dude, he's produced almost. Oh no, he's produced everything Omerta's ever done, dating back from the very beginning. Funnily enough, him and I went to high school and middle school together,
Oh, really?
so we've have history together.
Yeah.
And
If I'm not mistaken, I think he produced like a lot of like our other like bands as well. Like I remember he
Oh, yeah,
like
that's true, yeah.
produced like my very first band, like straight out of high school and everything, and like a bunch of other people as well. So yeah, he's had a very long history with us for sure.
Yeah, whenever we did the sound change, from like a crossover band to like what we are now, he definitely took on more of like a true producer role instead of just, hitting record and whatnot.
Yeah.
He started helping with the songwriting, and the more he got involved with the songwriting, he started helping with the branding, the marketing, and everything until he eventually just became a sixth unofficial member of the band.
Wow.
And ever since then, it's been, we kind of feel like we're married to the dude.
Yeah. Yeah. We've been wanting to bring him on tour so bad, but that fool hates going on tour. So it's like he's living vicariously through us, But
Yeah.
maybe one day when we have, the luxury of touring in a bus, he'll actually come with us. So, well, who knows?
If the bus has like a little tiny office that's shut away from everyone else, that is completely soundproof, I feel like that is the only way he'll ever come on tour with us. So
Yeah. To answer your question, no, he started as a producer and then just eventually became a sixth member of the band, doing all the marketing, doing the branding, every little thing.
Awesome.
All things Soreman, Vincent Void.
Yeah. I listened to his record, actually. I mean, his most recent one. Yeah, maybe his only one. I'm not sure. And I felt like I was listening to something in the Omerta universe still. And that was kind of cool.
Oh, yeah.
And
that's sick.
Yeah, I love that record as well. I'm probably going to listen to that a lot from now on. But,
oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Have you heard of his band Dark Complex?
No. I haven't, no.
Check it out. If you like Omerta, you will love Dark Complex. I mean, it's not his band now. It was his band before.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they've got like 2 records out. It's definitely worth checking out.
Yeah.
Dark Complex
I think you'll
walked so we could run.
Yeah.
So true.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean, before they were Dark Complex, they were called Widow, and they were like one of the biggest bands in Houston at that time, and I think all of us collectively were a huge fan of that band. And so, once we kind of like became friends with him and like he was working with us, it was very surreal, because at least for me, like I looked up to him a lot in that regard. So like, yeah, very, very thankful that we met that guy for sure.
Wow. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Where does the name Omerta come from? How did you choose that name? It's a good name. It's memorable.
It's kind of funny. So I feel like we need to go back a little bit in the history.
Sure.
Would you guys agree?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
100%.
so whenever we started in like 2015, we were a crossover band or whatever, and at the time, I had no idea what the fuck to call, Omerta.
Yeah.
And at the time, I was like, you know what? My favorite, hip hop record label is Death Row Records. Let's just call it Death Row.
Yeah.
And I think it was our friend Dave who was like, "That's fucking stupid. Don't do that. Like, don't do that. Let's go through a bunch of like song names, and let's find one, and we'll eventually come across something." So I think a couple of days goes by, and he's scrolling through the Lamb of God, and he come across Omerta.
Yeah.
And then he presented it to us, those of us who were in that iteration of Omerta, and we were like, "Yo, that's fucking hard." And then we found out what it meant, later on, which was like the code of silence the Mafia used in like the 30s. Am I right or am I wrong? I forget.
I think so. Yeah.
In general, yeah.
Yeah.
It's still a ongoing thing.
Yeah. It's a code of silence.
And it kind of tied into how we operate, of like we kind of keep to ourselves, work within our collective, and it really resonated with how we do shit. So it kind of just stuck. Even when we did the rebrand, we were like, this still holds true to how we operate, and the name held some weight. So we're like, you know what, we'll just keep it forever. We are Omerta.
Yeah. I just looked it up. It's Italian, which I guess makes sense for the Mafia. I've always thought of it as like Hispanic word, but no, it's Italian.
No.
Well, back in that era of Omerta, we had the little accent above the A.
Oh,
But I think when we rebranded into what Omerta is now, we were like, yeah, we got to take out that A. So
yeah, it'll fuck up SEO or
Oh my
something.
yeah,
Dude,
it became a little less ethnic.
people pronounce it so fucked up. No one. It's very rare that people actually say Omerta like Omerta, Omerta. They just do so many crazy spins. I'm just like, dog. Read it.
Yeah.
Amarita, omelet.
Omerita. Yeah, exactly. They always butcher it, but it's okay. Hey, I'm not expecting you to know how to read because I don't.
Yeah, I can imagine the Texas accents. Omerta.
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 I love that ethnic band Omerta.
Well, do you have a name for your little devil mascot with the one eye on its belly? I think I've seen a
Yeah.
plush in photos.
Yeah, I think Daniel actually has the plush
Oh,
right
there
now.
it is.
He has it.
Sheesh.
Baby.
That's Yama.
But yeah, but that's Yama. We named it after a Eastern god, the god of death and rebirth. Depending on what specific religion it is, but in general, it's kind of like the god of judgment who decides if you are reincarnated, you go to heaven or go to hell.
Yeah.
It was just a cool little name for Yama.
Yeah, that's a good. Yeah, I like that, Yama. Awesome.
Yeah.
I love that little guy. Is he like? Is he from the anti-amorous artwork? Where is he from actually?
Oh, no. he's in Vincent Void. He was the one who actually created him. But no, we actually created him like way before even Hyperviolence came out.
Oh.
You know, we felt like that, you know, the band definitely needed a mascot, you know, to help with the branding, you know, and
Yeah.
marketing stuff like that. And yeah, you know, that's
we,
the little
we needed something to kind of capture the ethos of what Omerta was and everything. And like
Yeah.
looking at it, like at this little like tiny red imp with sharp teeth, horns, little tail, and everything, like it looks kind of cute.
Yeah.
It looks really fun. It looks, you know, like a little mischievous little guy and everything. And I feel like, you know, it's kind of holds true with our music and everything. It's like it's fun. It's kind of weird and everything. You know what I mean? Like I think like that is like a really good representation of like what we're, I guess, all about essentially.
Yeah, his build gives off the same energy as we do, the same energy and the same vibe as the music does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He built different.
He is.
He built like a friend.
He
Yeah.
is friend shaped. That's so true. I feel like he does give me Digimon vibes for the Digimon fans
Oh.
out there.
That's fair.
Like,
God's
Digimon
going
love
crazy
Digimon.
right now.
I love Digimon. Don't even fuck with me, dude.
oh really?
I got Agumon sitting on top of me. I got Agumon and fucking Tai to my left. I got some other plushies around here somewhere. I don't know where my girlfriend put them.
Come
I
on,
got
the
Digimon.
first, second,
I got
and
War
third.
Greymon over here chilling.
Hell yeah.
We actually just watched the movie last night.
Oh
together.
my
I was
god.
I
I
was- 'cause I
fucking
just got into
love the
Digimon.
movie. I have it on VHS.
I
Oh,
had it at
shit.
some point, dude.
Yeah.
I had it on VHS at some point, but I just got into Digimon, and last night I was like, "Hey, what you doing?" All right, we're watching the fucking movie,
Hell yeah.
and she was like, and I realized as watching it again, as big brain as it might be, the movie is definitely catered to children.
Oh yeah.
I'm just
Absolutely.
like, man, like,
Zorn.
fuck off, bro. Digimon's sick, bro. Eat my ass. Carlos die.
I will
Awesome.
defend that. Oh yeah, Carlos is gone. What?
died.
oh no. There he
He's
is.
back.
Let's go.
Where'd you
Okay,
go?
What happened?
I have no idea. I was just like, it exited and I was like freaking out.
Bro.
But I'm still here.
He hates Digimon so much that he loves to like, fuck these fools.
He's still in San
Yes.
Francisco.
He's a Pokemon fan for sure.
He looks like it.
They can
I'm a Yu-Gi-Oh fan.
coexist in my mind. Yu-Gi-Oh! Pokemon, Digimon, Yu-Gi-Oh! I feel like they're not
Bro.
comparable.
Do not get me
Was that a
started.
ranking?
Was that a ranking?
Do you just rank those?
Oh, did I rank them?
Pokemon.
No, I'm
Yeah.
like 2 are about little monster guys, and then 1's about a card game.
Oh,
Yeah, to me, they don't match.
Okay, but what about Tamagotchi though?
Tamagotchi though, hell yeah.
If we're gonna talk about little guys, we gotta talk about Tamagotchi.
Made by the same
I'm
people
betting
that
it,
make
Yeah,
Digimon.
exactly.
So true. Very,
I'm
very
built
true.
like a Tamagotchi. I'm a low guy.
You definitely are a little guy for sure.
Fuck you.
I feel like Yama would actually fall into a Tamagotchi category more. That would be some crazy merch, which I do have a question about somewhere. you have merch items including water guns, a skateboard deck, and a #1 biggest mistake award ribbon. Is there any new strange merch for Omerta on the horizon?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Can't say too much about it yet and everything, but we're always trying to think outside the box when it comes to just merch and just
Yeah.
what we have and everything. So can't say like I said, I can't say too much, but keep a lookout on that.
Has
Oh, yeah.
More
Omerta
guns.
has Omerta ever sold cassettes?
yeah.
Way
Yeah.
back in the day, bro.
Really? God damn it. It's gonna be a fucking collector's item. All right.
I think
Yeah,
we
I'm
actually
holding on to
destroyed
that.
it. What'd you say, Zorn?
I'm holding on to mine just in hopes that I can eventually sell it for like $30 one day.
Dude, I destroyed whatever remaining ones we had. I was like, fuck this. I remember we set them
Insane.
on fire outside of
Oh,
someone's
no.
job years ago. And we're like, fuck this.
Someone with an
Purification by
Omerta
fire.
cassette is so happy to hear that right now. The entire supply is gone. There's probably like 20 in the world.
Value just went up like crazy.
Yeah. Discogs. All right. How did Omerta become America's most hated boy band? How'd that happen?
We'll see. We'll see. It was just kind of a thing. Like, we kind of like took the boy band approach because every individual member of the band contributes in their own way, whether that's like musically, lyrically, with artwork or business stuff. We all have our own individual contributions, and we didn't want like the band itself to be the focal point or one individual member to be like, you know, you see those bands where they're like, it's a band, but there's one guy who just sticks out, one guy that everybody knows. And it's like, eventually it's essentially just a solo group with like 4 other dudes. That's not what we wanted Omerta to be.
Yeah.
So we kind of wanted to shine a light like on everybody individually as well. And we have some fun Twitter interactions every now and then, and you know, people tend to talk shit, and it just kind of became a thing after a while.
Y'all's.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, no. I was just saying, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, y'all's Twitter presence is pretty hilarious. I love the special font you use, and I especially
yeah.
love when you stop using the special font, because then everyone who follows you is like, "What's happening? What's going on? Why aren't they using the special font?"
Yeah, we had talked about dropping character like for a while, but it was like one of those things like, well, we'll wait till the right time.
Yeah.
It'll just like build up this like thing for a while, and then when we finally drop it, we're like, oh, must be serious. Were you saying something, Gus?
Yeah, I was saying the moment we drop the fucking the text, it's go time. We're not dicking around.
Yeah.
It is. What's good?
Yeah, that's the vibe I get
Yeah,
from it.
The era before, like whenever we first started doing it and everything, like it was very complicated to draft up tweets and everything, because we would have to, there was a notes app with each individual like unique character and everything, and they would have to manually cut and paste like the O, the backwards E, we have to capitalize random letters and everything. And it took like 30 minutes, and we would do that for like almost 2 years and everything. And it got to a point where we're just like, you know what, this is just way too much. Like, there's so many people like trying to talk to us, talking shit. We just want to find an easier way to, you know, come up with these tweets and the text and everything. So Vince actually programmed this text generator where you can type in like whatever you want and you can omertify it, and it will just like automatically just, you know, schizo it out and everything. So it's actually on the website, but yeah, it's called Omertext, and that made our live so much easier now. So
Shout
Yeah.
out, Vince.
Yeah.
And for
Shout out
reference,
Vince, I guess.
it's ihateomerta.com/omertext, OMERTEXT,
Yeah.
if you want to find it.
I can link it down in the show notes as well for my lazy listeners that don't like
Okay.
typing in
Thank you.
addresses.
Hey man, I feel you.
I also like that the account only follows 5 people and it's the band members. I think everything, like, the way y'all fall into this boy band aesthetic is really funny to me, and I think it's just like a really good way to market yourselves.
It's funny that you mentioned that too, because that was a very recent thing. Before we dropped Anti-Amorous, the only people that we were following was BTS.
Oh, yeah.
So we would have like, it would just be one following and it would just be BTS. So like people would see that and they would like tweet at us and be like, why is Omerta only following BTS and blah, blah, blah. And then we would get approached at shows and they would be like, oh my God, like who's your bias? And then, yeah, it's really, really funny. We definitely lean into it a lot more now. So
Well, speaking of BTS, my co-host had some questions all about K-pop. What kind of influence has K-pop had on your process?
Oh, it's had a lot, actually. I
Mhm.
think that, you know, not just because, and I know it might be biased because I'm Korean, but like Korean like culture, marketing, branding, especially like, you know, K-pop groups, K-pop artists, I think they are at the forefront of just music, just everything. I mean, like literally we take so much inspiration from that kind of stuff, and it's kind of crazy because I think I don't see anybody else here, like, you know, as far as like bands, especially in our caliber or in our genre, taking inspiration from any of that kind of stuff. But it's like, I don't know, like it's so cool how, you know, everything is just so what's the word?
forward
It's,
thinking.
Yeah, forward thinking, you know? And that's something that we really admire about a lot of those groups. You know, aside from the music, of course, the music is amazing, but just like, you know, branding, aesthetic, you know, just even like the way they dress too, you know.
Yeah,
I
the
think we
fashion is
a lot
nuts.
of inspiration from them, you know, fashion wise, and yeah, like
Yeah.
It's just-
they definitely play a huge role into what we do. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's just really obvious that every single thing that those people do is just really thought out. Like Han said, whether it's the clothes, the branding, the music, of course, but it's just not only the music that the thought has been put into, it's into literally everything that revolves around it as well.
Yeah, I mean, this kind of gives us like whole package, like aesthetically, visually, and like musically. That's really interesting. You don't see a lot in like outside of maybe some Western pop artists, but especially in heavy music, you know, that's not really a thing.
Yeah.
But on that subject, like even Yama's design is based off of like BTS, and like there's a social media in Asia called Line, I believe. And they have little mascots, and there's a collaboration between BTS and Line, and Yama is like akin to that sort of like aesthetic.
Awesome.
Yep.
So that's where the design comes from.
Well, with that said, what are your favorite K-pop groups?
Sumin.
Shout out
Well,
New
groups?
Yeah, groups.
Yeah,
Groups,
New Jeans.
cool.
Definitely New
Yeah,
Jeans.
New Jeans
I think
for sure.
New Jeans is definitely like a collective thing between
Man.
all of us.
I could go through my Spotify right now and name so many, but I mean, yeah, New Jeans is a fan favorite for sure, or like, you know, group favorite. You know, shout out Twice, of course.
Luna hard as hell.
Red Velvet.
Yeah, Twice, you know, Luna. Man, there's so many. There's
I want to
so
say
many.
old
Dreamcatcher.
Shiny. Old Shiny.
Shiny for sure. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
old,
yeah.
old Steiner, rest in peace, Chonghyun. I mean, yeah, I mean the list goes on and on, but I think those are a handful that we really like for sure.
Awesome. we've recently been reviewing more K-pop and J-rock and stuff, trying to,
Hell yeah.
you know, not just review American music. And yeah, I've been diving into the K-pop world, so I'm definitely gonna take New Jeans is on my list now, for sure.
Yes.
It's gonna blow your
Awesome.
fucking mind.
And last K-pop question I kind of have: favorite BTS tracks?
I think we answered this actually on a Twitter tweet.
Yeah.
I like Run personally. Black Swan is also really good.
That was mine.
Oh shit.
Dude, Singularity is fucking the best BTS track ever made, and I will die on that hill.
Singularity is really good too.
What the fuck you say?
How
Get that shit away.
how do you feel? How do y'all feel about that song Dynamite? Because I heard that like a million times. That's BTS, correct?
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
It's great.
I heard
not
it so
lying.
much in Google ads, it made me mad. Like, just that
I'm not
one
gonna lie.
section.
When it did first come out, it was a bop for sure. But
Yeah.
then it's just like after that, you heard it so many times everywhere. And at a certain point, like you said, you're like, all right, I'm about to blow my head off.
I'm about to air this bitch out.
No
Yeah.
pun intended.
Yeah.
Let's get back to some band questions, because that's what the people want. How do you go, for Gustavo and Han, how do you go about splitting vocal duties? Because I've seen some live videos, and I mean, this is kind of about the tracks themselves, but I've also seen you two swap, and Gustavo's playing guitar screaming, and Han is screaming mainly. So how do you decide that?
Go ahead.
Okay, I was gonna say, for that track specifically, I remember it being a thing to where, you know, I don't think we felt my vocals fit the best, and you know, to play into the whole, you know, boy band thing, there was times where JC or JT from NSYNC, you know, would swap places
Yeah.
and they'd be the main vocalist, and with my voice feeling like it didn't fit the song as well, you know, Han stepped up, and we felt like his voice just did justice from front to back, the screams, the singing, and everything. So that's how the story of him fronting for that song came about, and we're definitely looking forward to doing it more in the future.
Oh, okay.
As far as, you know, sharing vocal duties, you know, I think that, you know, my screams are pretty one-dimensional, and I've always just loved hearing duos. You know, you got Serge and what's his full name, Darren or Damien,
Yeah.
whatever. But them two together, always the way they work together was always beautiful. Where you have Chester and
Mike.
Mike Shinoda.
Mike Shinoda together. You know, they're not both screaming obviously, but the duet of the two of them was always a beautiful thing. And to me, I just always
Gus.
wanted to.
Yeah.
I wanted to hear that with us. You know,
Real
There's-
the call's about to end. I need to
Yeah.
restart it. I'm really sorry.
Go ahead.
Oh man,
You're good. You're good.
it's
you're good.
okay. No worries.
We're back.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I was like, damn it, I should not have asked that question. I should have just restarted it.
Am I back?
Yeah, you're back.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Can you hear me right?
Yep. Really?
Now we're waiting for
Yeah.
Daniel and Zorni.
Shit.
Izorni.
Hey, real quick, Jake, behind you. What are those figurines you got behind you, my bro?
Figure. Oh, on there?
Yep.
Oh, shit.
Is that a 1999 Godzilla? Or is that just a regular?
Hey, yo.
Oh, no.
It looks-
no,
it
that's
look-
not. That's not. That's Megatron from Transformers Beast Wars.
Oh no shit!
Yeah. Well,
Back here looks like the American version of Godzilla, that really shitty version of Godzilla.
Oh, okay. Hold
that
up,
movie's
hold up.
the movie's bad, but the design is good in my opinion.
No, I know the design. I think the design's cool, but
Yeah.
the movie
Hey,
itself, I was
hey.
like,
Carlos, go off, King. Go off, King. Go
Look,
off.
man, and I'm not just saying this because I love that movie as a kid and everything. As like an avid Godzilla fan, I thought it was a really, really cool, interesting take on Godzilla. The design is fucking amazing. But I also like the fact that there's a Godzilla that's spawning more Godzillas.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I thought the concept was great, personally. Yeah, like, Zilla was kind of a bitch. It would run away and everything. But, I think it's kind of cool that, she chose New York City. She chose Madison Square Garden to essentially lay a nest to, I guess, populate the world with more of her, essentially.
Right. Yeah.
I think
So I thought that was fucking cool.
I haven't seen the movie in years. Maybe you and I need to go on a little date and watch the movie together.
Okay, what are your thoughts on Shin Gojira?
Me?
Anyone.
Or just anyone? I think it's fucking beautiful. I think it's great.
Fantastic.
Fantastic.
I think it's the best Godzilla movie.
So true.
I agree.
Like, the darkest, it makes it even better that Hideaki Anno actually directed that. So, yeah, fucking fantastic movie. I actually want to watch it right now. After the call, of course.
I think we're waiting for Zorn. Something might be happening.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
I'm waiting for a message saying, like, help, I can't get in or something.
Where's the code? Yeah, he just said I need an invite to the call, please.
Okay. I sent an invite.
Invitation to my friend.
I love the impassioned speech for 1998 Godzilla. Didn't think I would get
Thank
to
you.
be honest, but I'm impressed. I love anyone that can make a case for a movie everyone else hates. Like,
I'm very passionate about that movie.
I feel like his 1998 Godzilla is my Digimon movie.
Yeah. I actually have
So
both
true.
on VHS now that I think about
That's
it.
fucking
Oh,
that's
shit.
hard.
Because the VHS
Well,
for
then I gotta rewatch
Godzilla is like, it's kind of got a leathery feel. When I found it at Half Price
Yeah,
Book,
yeah.
I was like, ooh, shit.
It's the fucking big ass foot, and like they textured the foot.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
fucking weird. But Gustavio, I have no idea where you stopped when you were talking about the splitting vocal duties.
I think I was saying something about
Right.
Chester Bennington
Yeah.
and Mike Shinoda.
Yeah.
But yeah, I always really admired dual vocalists, even like with boy bands in the 90s, like they're harmonizing and shit. Like, it was always a badass thing. So I think it was only appropriate that we did it with Omerta. And I mean, Han has some kick-ass screams and a beautiful singing voice. So there you go.
Yeah.
Han Kim Ben Kim. Sorry.
Yeah, shout out Vince. Vince is actually the one who taught me how to scream. So, yeah, shout out him for that.
Wow, Vince is the goat. If you
Oh,
learn anything, it's
He really
Vincent
is.
Boyd is the goat.
Taught me how to tie my shoes.
It's crazy because for the longest time, everyone assumed that Han's vocals on Hyperbalance at the end were Vincent's.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, for the longest time, because Vince would do that as a guest feature, like in our live show
Yeah.
for like the very early like part of Hyperbalance, when we performed that live, and people kept commenting like, "Oh, well, isn't Vince on this? Isn't him?" But it's actually Han.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's a Mr. Miyagi Daniel moment right there.
Literally. He
Literally.
is. Have you seen the meme of Master Splinter with the Ninja Turtles?
What meme?
That is us.
Oh, the babies, like the little
Yeah, the
where
babies,
they
that is
grow
us.
up. Okay. I'm thinking of it. Someone create that, please. Omerta fan base. I know you can create that.
Oh my god.
Wow. Yeah, I love that take on the dual vocals. Any band with dual vocals, Linkin Park is a great example. It's just like when the other one comes in, it's like it goes hard. It just provides the change up that keeps all the songs really fresh. After so many years, all those songs are so fresh.
They just complement each other so well.
Yeah. Is there a possibility of any of the other members doing vocals?
No, Ghost.
Wink, wink. We're finna see.
We finna see on
Don't look at me.
Okay, that is a great answer. I love that answer. Let's see. All right, there have been 3 Hate 5 6 live performances of the band in the last 10 months. And in every video, the band is bringing so much energy. What songs are each of y'all's individual favorites to play live?
I'll start that off. You know, I think it's easier for me to say which ones I hate to play live.
Okay.
Because there actually is two that I hate playing live. It is Talent Show and Hyperviolence.
What?
Yeah. But my favorite song to play live is Anti-Amorous.
Okay, that's good.
Just it's fresh and it hits harder than the new songs. I don't even think it's because I'm jaded. It just it translates live so fucking well.
Yeah.
Like the little guitar riff and the Han Kim going, and then just all of us hitting it at the same time, dropping in. I get this wave of like energy, even though I'm not gassed, but I'm tired by the time we get to Anti-Amorous. I feel like I get a new jolt of energy and excitement the moment we start playing the song, and the fans are excited to hear a new song that they know live. So I think it's a mutual calm response between the two of us, being the band and the fans.
Yeah.
That's why that would be my personal favorite. But yeah, fuck Talent Show and fuck Hyperviolence.
I would say my personal favorite is Satophile for sure. Like, I don't know, like the intro to that song, and then when it smacks in, it hits so hard, and then it follows into that two-step part, which also goes hard.
Yeah.
It's like the whole entire first half of that song is just like, ah! Like it's fucking. It makes me just like it makes me amped. Like, I don't know, just that whole part of the song is great. So yeah, I have to say that's my personal favorite.
Hey Han, you cut out. What did you say it did? It does what? There you go. Thank you.
I think for me, I'm like conflicted. I love playing Cytophile for those exact same reasons and everything, but I think like my favorite song to play right now is the one that Gus and Han switch with. It's called Trauma Coaster. It's not released at the moment, but I just love playing that song so much. There's so much like dynamic in that song. Like it goes from this really crazy, like super down tune, like 808 intro, then it goes into like a really groovy part, and then like there's a lot of just genre changes, and it really makes the fans just kind of like watch and just not know what to do, but just go nuts. And I don't know, like it's also just really, really fun to play as well. So that's my personal favorite.
Yeah. For me, Trauma Coaster is a close second, but my first is Cytophile. All for the same reasons that like Han said, but also because whenever I approach like live drumming, I like to think of empathizing with what the lyrics are going with and just the overall energy and meaning of the song, and the drum parts in Cytophile, playing them live, it's just like a really good opportunity for me to do just that with just like, I don't know, going really hard on some of the drum parts. They're like, some of them are a lot more simpler, so it's just easy to just start smacking the shit out of my cymbals and like my toms. So yeah, that's mine. I like Cytophile a lot.
See, I'm kind of torn, honestly, because for the longest time, I think Benny Boy was my favorite to play live. It was just like, it's short, fast. The breakdown at the end was always like one of my favorite breakdowns in Hyperviolence. Just insane. I think recently, though, it's become Anti-Amorous, honestly. Like the intro riff into like when it drops, it's like watching Top Fuel drag racing, Like they have like the little tree, like where it starts off as red. And it's like fuck it up. As soon as the fuck it up hits, it's like you just slam on the gas and you just fly down the drag strip. And it's just like so much energy, so many fun bass lines to play. Very dynamic. It's just from front to back, it's just a lot of fun to play live, and there's a lot of energy into it. And seeing some of the reactions, like people react to it now that it's like actually released, and yeah, it's super sick. I really enjoy playing that song live now.
Awesome. Well, that's a great set of songs y'all said. even the ones that are the worst, I still like them. Gonna be honest. I gotta be honest.
I see. The thing is, I still like the song. It's
Mhm.
playing them that I don't like doing. And talent show, I don't like playing for the reason that there's no vocal rest for me. The only break I get is between the what is that fucking sample before the fucking that fucking circle pit riff, the fucking take that motherfucker. That's the only breath I get in the whole song.
Yeah.
So anytime we're playing that song, I'm like, oh. It wins the fuck out of me.
Like what?
Oh.
Oh, I just want to make sure.
Yeah, of course. And then for hyperviolence, it's just people don't give a shit about it anymore. Like that's the one song where I feel like the crowd just starts to die off.
Really? That's insane. What?
That's the one song that's like we'll have them the whole time. They play hyperviolence and they're just like,
Oh no.
yeah. So that's the reason why I'm over hyperviolence. Even though I would argue that hyperviolence is my favorite song on the record.
Okay, gotcha. That's crazy. That is a crazy thing to hear. What the hell, Omerta live audience? Sorry. We did kind of talk about some of this stuff earlier, but I love your unique aesthetic for the band, and the album covers by Maria Basila, aka Techno Organism on Twitter, are a huge part of that aesthetic. How much creative input did y'all give for, and did Maria Basila do all the covers? I kind of assumed, but I could have that could have been wrong.
So originally well, to answer that question, a lot of the, if not the majority of the art direction does come from Vince and her as well, especially with the newer stuff. However, for the Hyperviolence album cover, as well as I Love You Too and everything, Vince actually put us on to an artist from Japan named Daisuke Ichiba.
Oh.
And yeah, and we were on a mission to find something that would really resonate with like what Hyperviolence sounded like. Like, how would we be able to depict that artistically? And oops. Visually, sorry, I dropped something. And I'd just be doing that. Anyways, but he actually commissioned him to do the album art for his album, and he put it on to him, and we were just like looking at his stuff, and then we just saw it, and then we were immediately like, this is it. Like, this feels like Hyperviolence. This feels like just sensory overload, like very, very hard to decipher what is happening, and we just felt that it fit. So of course with the rebrand and everything, and of course with like the newer release, we stopped working with him, and then we let Maria and Vince kind of handle the art direction from there. So
awesome.
We let them have about like full reign on what to do essentially. So and it always comes out amazing.
Yeah.
So shout out Vince, shout out Maria especially. Yeah.
The anti-amorous art, will that be the full album art, or is that just a single art?
Yeah, that
No,
was
just a
just
single art.
Okay.
That was just the single.
Well, I think it definitely matches Hyperviolence in a way, but also feels unique and different. I love the vibes of your artwork. It's just, I get it. It does match the music completely. Once you listen, once you get it, it totally matches. Y'all were just on tour and maybe touring again very soon. Y'all can drop plugs for your tour dates, of course, whenever you want. What's been your favorite city to play on this most recent tour you embarked on?
Kansas City. Sorry.
What?
Go ahead.
This man just barked out of nowhere. Yes, Kansas City was up there, definitely. I think collectively, though, I think we can all say that San Fernando Valley was like...
Oh, yeah.
Yes, sir.
That was
Yeah.
and that was a headliner for us.
yeah.
We had
I
played
don't.
with... Sorry, go ahead.
I don't. I think this is just me, but I don't think I've ever played a show with Omerta where it was strictly a headliner and there were that many people just like screaming not only the lyrics but also like the samples used in like Hyperviolence and whatnot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even the
I
samples.
think by far.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
It's surprising. People like know our music front to back, and it's surprising like what they'll shout out and what they know. I think that was definitely like the best show overall. But like out of all the shows, like we played with like Amity, I've got to vote for Milwaukee.
Yeah,
We
I
played the
agree.
Rave in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. The energy there and crazy. Like the whole like front section was like going off. There was like a giant mosh pit the whole show, and it was super super sick.
Yeah, we definitely felt most in our element during that show specifically. It felt like an Omerta show. It felt like we truly brought those people into our world. So I agree with Zorn. I definitely think it's Milwaukee. Kansas close second out of the Amity shows though. Kansas is badass.
Han
Yeah.
just got kicked out of the
Did he?
Zoom, by the
Did he
way.
die? Oh no!
Ah. Han tried to call me.
That's funny.
Oh no.
Zorn, is that the strawberry Dr Pepper?
Yeah, they recently brought back the strawberries and cream zero sugar Dr Pepper.
Oh, Zorn,
Very sick.
dude, I tried the Dr. Pepper float ice cream, the Bluebell one.
How
Dude,
was it?
it's amazing. It's
Okay.
It's addicting, bro.
I'm gonna get it today.
Welcome back, Kim. Hello.
Hi, Han.
Welcome back.
Hello. Hello.
You did it.
Oh, that's crazy.
What is that?
That's just Subaru.
Oh yeah, it's actually the Pellegrino sparkling
Oh,
water.
Pellegrino.
The
Bro,
best
I call
drink
it,
in existence, yes sir.
bro, I call
um,
it Spagolis for some reason.
Oh my god.
I don't even know what the fuck that means, or it's a real word.
Oh yeah, the freaking bibbidi bobbidi water, right? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. The BBW. You were
Yeah.
saying, Jake, my man.
I don't know what I was saying.
I'm so
Oh my
sorry.
gosh. No, I've had some bands just throw it off the rails and I just let it happen. That's what the people want, honestly. We were talking about your most recent tour. Oh, I did want to ask, have you met any Zorn stands, any Gustavo stands, any Han stands? Since you're leaning into the boy band aesthetic, the K-pop influences, are there any stands that you know of?
I think so.
Yeah, I think so. I know there's these two people that come to our Houston and are like they were actually at the Austin show whenever we were on tour with Load, and they would just like go. They would film us like on some like K-pop fan cam shit, like just us and everything. And then they would freak out, and then they would like come up to us after we play, and then they would give us like little plushies
Really?
that like they thought represents us and everything. I thought like it's crazy for sure. But we've had people ask for each member individually to like talk to them and to take pictures with and everything. So it's I guess it's safe to say that we had some interesting stands for sure.
Yeah. I was gonna say there's also this one girl in San Fernando Valley that gave us those cards of our bias in BTS.
Oh.
Carl's fell off the bridge.
Oh,
Anyways.
No.
But yeah, I think all those things happening are indicators that we have stands. Whether it's explicitly said or not, I definitely think that they exist out there.
Yeah.
Carlos,
I have my stand card, Jimin.
Awesome.
Yeah, I think they exist. They're definitely out there.
Yeah, for sure. They gotta be. All right. So I got some questions about the new album. I'm not gonna hammer you. I won't demand dates or anything like that, all right? But I do got some questions.
Hit us.
Is the new album's official name Suicycle?
Too far, bro. Sorry.
That's too far, okay.
I'll do it right now.
Oh, shit. Oh, my God.
It may or may not be.
No. Yeah.
We finna see, as we
finna
always
see.
say.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, everything with us changes until the very moment it's out. So
Oh, okay.
it could be for now, but fuck around, literally the second before we're supposed to turn it in to Spotify and the distributors, we're gonna be like, hey, let's call it this. Let's not call it anything. And then boom, it's gonna change. So for now it can be. But, like I said, shit never stays on track with us. Something's always bound to change. which
So
I feel like
true.
is a good thing.
Yeah, unpredictable.
Yes, we keep
Yeah.
you guys on your toes.
I love all the angles we're getting of Zorn and Han. People could probably like make 3D models of your face like creepy accurate, like 3D scanning your shit.
Yeah.
I absolutely love the 19-minute runtime of Hyperviolence. It feels like a shot of adrenaline. Is the new album going to be a similar length? Longer? Shorter? Another thing that
Well,
could change.
It's
Go ahead,
gonna be different for sure. You know, we're definitely much more experimental on this new album, and it required, you know, a little bit of, how do you say it, more space, more runtime.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be a bit longer.
Okay.
As far as how
Yeah.
much, I'll leave that for everyone to find out. But yeah, it's gonna be a little bit longer adventure for us this time.
Can I give him a little hint?
Yeah,
Just
A little hint.
A little.
What's a
Sure.
little hint?
sure.
Anti-Hammers is the shortest song on the record.
Very true.
Yeah.
There you go. That's all I have to say.
Yeah.
Huh.
I mean, I guess it's safe to say that like we went into this, you know, with a lot of care and a lot of intention. Like each song, it's its own little beast, essentially. Like it's great because, you know, this is the first album that we actually all came together and we all brought something to the table. So it definitely allowed for more experimentation and more of it definitely introduced a new approach into writing music. So I guess you can say that like it'll definitely be, you know, a holistic experience of Omerta, to say the least.
The first true representation of who we are as a band.
Oh yes.
And it's where I take myself out. Psh, I'm kidding.
That
I've said too much.
that's, you know, as a fan, a new fan at that, that's kind of exactly what I want to hear for a sophomore record. That's super exciting. I'm hyped
Oh,
as
yeah.
hell for it.
Sheesh.
So are we.
Oh, and one last question. What do you think sets the new album apart from Hyperviolence?
Well, oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. No.
No,
Yeah.
I mean, I just want to say this. I mean, you know, Carlos. I think Carlos said it. You know, I think this one, it was a, you know, a combination of all of us getting together to working on this album. I think it's definitely a lot more experimental, you know, and I know Carlos mentioned that before, but yeah, you know, there's just so much inspiration that we take from so many different genres. And, you know, being that a lot of us come from different backgrounds musically, you know, we all kind of just threw in, you know, a little bit of ourselves into this. And, you know, versus Hyperviolence seemed to be, I don't want to say it was one dimensional, but it definitely was, like, you get the
It
point
was.
of what it was.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, it was very
Yeah.
one dimensional. Okay, we'll say that. It was very one dimensional, right? But with this one, we were like, there's just, you know, there's so many different things we want to do. You know what I mean? So it's like, fuck it, we're gonna do it.
Yeah.
Like, if we want to do this, we're gonna do that. If we want to do this, we're gonna do that. And there's literally no barrier holding us in. There's no limit to anything. It's just, we're gonna do whatever the fuck we want, and, you know, you like it or you don't. But yeah, go
I
ahead.
just
Zoe.
want to add to that point that when writing the songs for Suicycle, it wasn't even strictly just like, you know, we're gonna do whatever the fuck that we want, and, you know, we're gonna add a random, you know, different genre section right here. It really was just about writing what felt best and what would fit. So if that meant like doing something completely different after just doing like some crazy like breakdown or whatever, then if it felt right, we would do whatever it is that felt right. But yeah, that
Yeah.
was sad on
The
it.
song essentially writes itself, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't stop until we feel that it is done. As corny as that sounds.
No.
Zorn, the floor is
Yeah.
yours.
I mean, more or less, he just said what I was gonna say. But
I'm sorry.
this we like. It's cool. I mean, we're all kind of on the same page. I mean, it's more so like the song writes itself. We're just more so the medium to channel these songs through. We're not writing anything; we're just channeling what we feel into the song. I think Han kind of touched upon it, but I think the main thing that's going to set this record apart is just musically, stylistically, we're just trying a bunch of new things. There's a broader range of emotions and feelings that's being expressed, not only across the whole record, but through individual songs as well. Like this whole record, each song is just all over the place. And I think it's going to take a lot of people by surprise. It's a whole new, like, wider dimension of what Omerta can be. So, yeah.
Wow.
You're going to say something, guys?
No, y'all said everything that I would have dreamt of saying. That was amazing.
Yeah.
I love it a lot.
Yeah, I love all that philosophy. I love bands that think like this. Like, you know, of course, bands that do Guitar Guy does guitar, and you know, it's good. But bands that like bring all of their ideas in together like a huge swirl, that always makes for some of the greatest music in the world, I think. And I do feel like y'all are kind of superstars about to go supernova with this new record. I think it's going to be a great thing for y'all, honestly.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I hope so.
Appreciate that.
It's good to have some optimism.
Yeah, you need it. I got some Twitter questions from your Omerta stands on Twitter. They all had a lot of annoying long usernames, so I'm just gonna link them in the show notes. So, but let's get into these questions. What was the main inspiration behind your newest song, Anti-Amorous?
Yeah. So, instrumentally, at the time I remember writing it, we were taking a lot of inspiration from System of a Down, specifically the album Toxicity, which, I mean, now that the song is out, hopefully people can hear that inspiration, especially like the little like beginning first half of the song. Yeah, like we just love how crack that whole album is, like, you know, and as like an intro, we wanted it to be like exude that same kind of energy. So, you know, we took a lot of inspiration from that, but, you know, also, like we mentioned before, Anti-Amorous being a part of Suicycle, we wanted to explore more genres, you know, get more experimental. So, you know, we wanted to take the listener and kind of take them on this ride of just like genre mashing, genre switches, you know, because it starts off very, you know, high energy System of a Down, and then it gets into a very glitch, hyper pop-esque, you know, section, and then it gets into like this a lot of people compare our music to like anime music, which I could totally see. Like, I feel like the melodic section and like the whole chorus section of Anti-Amorous, like that could definitely be like a whole, you know, anime intro-esque, like, you know, type song. But yeah, really, you know, just kind of like showcasing our capabilities of being able to, you know, just, I guess, explore different worlds of music into just one, you know? So I think that was a huge inspiration behind like the song Anti-Amorous. But yeah,
I want to add something to that musically before I go into like the lyrics and stuff. So like that song, well, fun fact, that song was written as soon as the pandemic started.
Oh
yeah,
that's when the first iteration of that song became about.
Oh yeah,
we felt, you know, what would be a perfect way to, you know, marry the two records. We need like a good bridge, and I feel like Anti-Amorous was that perfect bridge of like, here's a taste of what's to come, and here's what you heard previously, but it's matured and put to 10,000. And at least for like me lyrically, you know, I'm gonna get a little emotional, but at the time when Anti-Amorous was starting to be written, I started experiencing panic attacks and like true feelings of anxiety. And it was feelings of like, you know, not being able to explain why I feel the way I feel, thinking I'm okay and realizing like, oh shit, like you're not okay. Kind of similar to being in an abusive relationship. So the idea came about of like presenting anxiety personified as a woman and over being in a toxic relationship is why, you know, how Anti-Amorous, the name, came about as well. Because the name essentially means anti-love.
Yeah.
And, you know, when being in a toxic relationship, you can feel like oh, like I'm happy here, I love being here, but something about this feels very wrong. Something about this is not good for me, but I can't tell what it is. And that's exactly like anxiety, where, you could go about your day feeling like, oh, everything seems okay, but then why the fuck do I feel so scared? Why do I feel like something is going to, turn upside down and fuck my world up? And even like, in the first verse, I explained the feelings of a panic attack. And to anyone who's truly experienced what those are, not just a little episodes of like, oh, like I'm scared, I'm nervous of this. Like, no, that's not what that shit is. Like the feeling of like your body shutting down, your limbs going completely numb, your heart rate going to 1,000,000, and feeling like you can't control what's going on in life. And at that very moment, it feels like you are having a heart attack and you're on the verge of death. So that's where, at least the lyrics were motivated by.
Bro, you are spitting because I have had panic attacks like a motherfucker for a while. And I'm going to listen to that song a whole new different way now. I did not realize that was the intention. Yeah, I'm going to need to listen to that one again. Yeah, I totally know what you mean. Like, waiting for the other foot to drop on you. Like,
yeah,
your time is going to come no matter what, sort of thing. I totally get you. That... Damn. Sorry, I wasn't expecting the answer to hit me like that.
Well, I'm glad. That's kind of the point whenever at least our music is written, or at least lyrically, I'd like to, write about my bullshit in a somewhat artistic way, at least attempt to, and hope that it reaches someone else and has the same effect that it had, the therapeutic effect that it had for me.
Yeah.
So I hope that, now that you know the true meaning behind the song, that you have some kind of cathartic experience and levitate to go see Baby Jesus or something.
Yeah. Did anyone else want to talk on Anti-Amorous, or do you want to move on?
No, I mean, I think Han and Gus like definitely explained it to the best
Awesome.
degree.
I got 5 minutes remaining on the Zoom. Are you all good if I restart it again one last time?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah,
man.
of course, sure.
All right.
Hey, in that restart, wait.
Sure. We're all here. We're all here.
Okay, can I go potty? Can I go potty in that little break?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
Twitter questions. Someone asked this. Don't know their name right now. Are you planning to make any music videos in the future?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Do you have
We got
any
some.
already?
What?
Do you have any right now?
We have some that are in production right now. We're working on trying to get released soon. But I mean, I think that's more or less the most I could say about it without revealing too much. But we are working on some. We're hoping to release some in the near future.
Awesome. Gustavo.
Whoa, I'm back.
Awesome. We were just talking about music videos.
Oh yeah, what they said.
All right. Which is your favorite Converge album, and why is it Jane Doe?
I'm gonna be real, Chief. I don't listen to Converge, but I know someone in here who does.
All right. So, as an avid Converge fan, I love Jane Doe because, like, while I do agree it is a classic album, All We Love We Leave Behind is my personal favorite, and I think it's their best record, just because it's a lot more mature. There's a lot more moods that have been like explored in that, like, and just musically, like, I just think that it hits a lot harder and everything. Also, like, just Kurt Ballou production on that really shines through and everything. That's just my personal take on it. I think that album is completely transcends Jane Doe. Not talking shit to any Jane Doe fans out there and everything, because, like, like I said, I think it's a great record and everything, but it is very one-dimensional. But yeah, that's my take on it. I don't know if anyone else here listens to Converge. Don't embarrass me.
I've only listened. I've only listened to Jane Doe. I haven't really. There's another album that I've listened to. I forgot what it's called, but no, I trust Carlos's judgment on this. I'll have to probably check out the album that he's talking about to get a better idea. But yeah, I will say, drums, Converge. The drummer for Converge, amazing, fucking amazing.
So fucking good, dude.
I don't know why this person asked this question. Great job, Twitter user. Really appreciate the question.
Yeah.
I don't know. All right. I thought maybe the band was just known for liking Converge.
Not at all.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, I mean, like, and I guess like this kind of goes back to like, you know, how we all come from like different musical backgrounds. Like we all love different shit, but we
Yeah.
always kind of like bring those influences together to kind of like create like some sort of disgusting monstrosity of a song and everything. So like, as a Converge fan and everything, I'll bring some Converge riffs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I'll do a little, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, that's me.
Was the real reason Suicycle wasn't uploaded that day actually because of the cover?
Yes, it is.
Yes.
100%.
Yes.
Mhm.
And we went through a lot of bullshit trying to deal with that. But you know, I guess to touch on that, yes, to answer the question, yes. Reason why it was not uploaded the day that we said it was going to be was because of the album art. But you know, throughout the time of us trying to get that situated, we realized, you know, I feel like we're keeping, you know, the people waiting for a while. Might as well let's make the wait worth it, you know? Let's give them more. And so throughout time we decided that yeah, we're going to add more to the album, because I think when we announced it, we said that it was going to be a 2 or 3 song album or EP, whatever.
Mhm.
But yeah, we just felt like, you know, it's not enough, especially keeping all these people waiting, you know. So yeah, we decided that, you know, they deserve more. So hopefully when the album finally releases that you know, the wait was well worth it.
All right. So was that meant to come out like 2022 or 2021? I don't.
Yeah.
One of those years. One of those years that
Yeah.
wasn't 2023.
Yeah. Who cares about the past? Who cares about all that?
Why are you bringing up
Quit bringing
bullshit,
up
bro?
old shit.
Will Omerta release guitar tabs? Smiley face.
Maybe, but I'll just say as a guitar player of 16 years, you're much better off learning the songs by ear.
I
It'll
agree.
serve you much better in the long run because guitar tabs, cool. You'll know how to play it exactly how it's written, but at the same time, like it's going to limit you creatively and limit you as a musician as you like try to learn or write in the future. So that's a topic of debate we've had, but it could happen, but on principle, it might not. We'll see.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I have to agree with Zorn, honestly. Like, I think both of us grew up learning how to play from just like listening to songs and trying to figure it the fuck out, you know, at 10 years old, 11 years old, just sitting there going, "Duh," and whatnot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Unless Guitar World, I don't know if Guitar World is still a thing, but unless Guitar World hits up like Carlos and I to do a guitar playthrough of a song, you know. Yeah. But you got it. Just, you know, use your ears. You got it.
That-
Cosign. Because that was
Good
some
muscle.
real ass shit y'all just said.
Good muscle
learned,
reflex.
I mean, I know the question was regarding like guitars, but I learned Hyperviolence by ear for drums.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah. So
It's the only way you
I
can
mean-
learn them, fool.
Yeah, exactly.
I think at any point, if you wanted to like actually do music, you have to learn how to use your ears. And
So
guitar tabs, I mean, they're cool for sure, but at the same time, it's literally just limiting you as a musician. So you're 100%
It's-
better off just learning by ear.
It's kind of cheating. You know,
Yeah.
like you're literally looking at cheat codes on how to play guitar.
yeah.
And it's kind of like,
It's like
Yeah.
what it's like what's the fun in using a roadmap to get to your destination? Why don't you just figure it out?
Yeah, why
Yeah.
use Google Maps, dude? Just fucking get lost. Embrace the
internal
journey.
compass.
Yeah. But
That's the
I
real
will-
journey. It's not the destination.
I will say though, I hate those people that like will talk shit to you and be like, "You're playing it wrong. That's not how you play it." Like I've had my share fair moments where I was at Guitar Center and I was playing like Enter Sandman or something, and I've had a Guitar Center employee come up to me and be like, "That's not how you play it," and then we'll walk away, and I'm like,
Okay.
Good customer
Like, okay.
service.
I bet you play it.
They're just
Okay,
mad that
suck-
they've heard it like 100 times, so they would definitely know how to play it right.
Yeah, but fuck it, whatever, man.
Yeah, I didn't think the guitar tabs question would be the one of controversy, but here we go.
We're loaded with it, baby.
I think it's a really good sort of what you're saying. I think I agree with you on some level for sure, but also I think of like piano players with their sheet music. It's like, take that away. Fuck you.
Well,
Okay, I mean, all right, go ahead.
Reading music is a good thing to know how to do.
Yeah.
I wish I knew how to read music. I don't fucking know how to do it to save my motherfucking life. I just know the fucking every good boy does fine, and what's the other one? Fucking face, whatever it's called.
Facing facing your space.
Yeah. What the
Yeah.
hell? When they add it in your space?
That face is within the spaces.
Oh, okay. There you go. But yeah, reading music, if you are young and have the time to learn how to do it, fucking do it, because it is a great tool to have. If, I think I speak for everyone here. Like, if we all knew how to read music, it'd be badass.
Yeah.
You should know how to.
Yeah, no, I mean, hey, I think we were all in band at some point.
Orchestra.
So, like,
No.
okay, dude.
Orchestra.
I mean, like, look,
Violin.
like, I can't talk shit. I was first year clarinet, so
Yeah, I was
anyway.
first chair orchestra, violin, varsity.
Wow. But yeah, I mean, if there's one thing that I regret is, not continuing how to read music and everything. So I feel like learning how to read like traditional music and everything is a really, really good skill. It's not as like, plain as just reading a bunch of numbers on a screen with lines and everything. Like, that's literally like a roadmap. I feel like with sheet music, like it takes a very specific skill that not a lot of people have.
Right.
So yeah.
Okay, yeah. I definitely see what you're saying. Are
Great
there...
question. Wow.
Crazy question. Twitter user, good job. Are there
Good job.
any collabs with other artists coming up?
Yes, especially all over this record. As you heard, we have John Askus
Yeah.
on Anti-Amorous. I don't want to give away who else we're working with, but there is at least 3 or 4 more.
Nice.
Yeah.
Lads? Am I wrong?
Yeah,
Yes.
you're about.
Yeah, and we are big on like making music with our friends, especially if we're like-minded. So yeah, we can expect collabs on this record, on the next record, next one. I think it's just gonna be a thing that we do forever.
Yeah. Yeah. There's only
So true.
There's only one feature on Hyperviolence, correct? Ash Gordon on Side of File.
Ash motherfucking Gordon.
So that's a big step up. Awesome.
Oh yeah.
How do you like your steak cooked?
Medium rare.
Medium or medium rare.
I'm with Daniel
Medium
on
rare.
that one. I'm on Daniel with that one. Medium or medium rare, because depending on the cut of steak, it matters.
I love blood.
Wow.
I love that.
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah. I like a good medium, personally.
Yeah. Yeah.
I guess I think it depends. Like, well,
Exactly.
yeah, I agree. Like, the cut of steak is important and everything, but like, let's like a burger, for instance. Like, how you like your burgers cooked? Like,
Medium
I like
rare.
a medium.
I liked mine.
However,
I liked
McDonald's does it.
However, McDonald's. Bro. Oh my god.
Man,
I had this fucked up experience one time
Oh,
while we were all together shipping out merch. I made a burger and that bitch was still mooing and everyone yelled at me. They were like, "What the fuck is that? You're gonna fucking die. You're gonna get fucking mad cow disease." La, 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 la. And I was like, "What? Aren't you allowed to eat this shit bloody?" They're like, "No, that's
It was
bad." But
fucking
to be fair,
dripping.
that shit was still
Okay.
like that shit
It was
literally had just
dripping.
sliced that
Okay.
hell open.
okay, here's the thing. You can eat a burger that red if it's good, high quality meat. But not a burger patty from like the discount section at Walmart that you paid like a quarter for. Like, no, that's not okay. Okay? If you're going to eat a burger more on the rare side, buy higher quality beef.
Damn, bro. Gus
Always-
just got cooked.
al-
Fucking
always-
done, bro.
Always grass fed, baby. Always organic. Don't panic, baby.
I don't know about all that.
Yeah, there's some beef going on right now for sure.
Wow.
uh,
How do you do that, Zorn?
What?
He pays
You just
attention.
come up with like puns. I guess, yeah.
I don't know. I'm just stupid, bro. It just comes to me.
that's smart.
Like blows my mind.
I need motherfuckers like you on my podcast.
Here we are. Here we is.
Oh, and final question. I got no more. All my brain blast. I'm done. Why are you all so freaking cute? I think that was from a stand for sure.
You,
I mean, shout out,
Hair
shout out
care
our mom.
routines. You know.
well, yeah, that does matter because I mean, you can make yourself look good. You can work with your features. You can, learn your angles. You can do skincare routines. You can,
Dress
get a
well.
haircut that fits your face shape. What'd you say, Daniel? I'm sorry.
You can dress well.
You can dress well. You can dress for your body type. So I guess to give like a more concise answer for that, yeah, just work with what you got, and you can always enhance the way you look. I mean, hell, I had a mustache 4 years ago. I wasn't looking too cute back then. I wasn't looking good.
Hey, before I joined
Just
Omega,
it just here. Just drink water.
Drink water.
Just
Go to the
drink water.
gym.
Go to the gym. Drink water.
Take care of yourself.
Shout out salicylic acid. Shout out vitamin C. Shout
Dude,
out
it works.
DHA toners. Shout
Other
out
than-
It works.
deodorant.
Yeah, deodorant is great.
Yeah,
That'll
deodorant-
make you really
yeah.
cute.
Don't be stinky. Use some good cologne. Use some that make you smell good. That works with your body.
Bathe.
Bathe, yes.
Don't just put cologne
it's-
on. You got to bathe.
Especially if you're going to go out to a very public setting where there's live music playing, I think deodorant is a great way to look great and also smell great.
Mm-hmm.
So please wear it.
Brush your teeth. Carry these bitches on you. We say strapped up with these right here in the van.
Oh, so true.
So true.
How do you think Yama keeps his teeth so white, bro? Oh, he's wearing a grill right now. He's wearing the electric grill, but
Fucking hell.
He's wearing the Aurora Borealis grill.
Jesus. But yeah, I personally don't believe that, you, no matter what, you can't look good. I think you can work it out. You can make something happen.
Yeah, for sure. I do want to say I love y'all's little photo shoot pictures in the all white background you've been doing recently for those tour posters. I love just to look at
Thank
that.
you.
I think Zorn's foot is like huge on the poster. It's like the centerpiece. It's like a fisheye lens sort of thing.
Big ass feet.
I got big ass feet, bro.
Yeah, he does.
Guys,
That's not an illusion.
Actual
That's not a
size.
fisheye lens.
this has been a fantastic interview. I've loved talking to y'all. It's been a joy. I need y'all to plug
Likewise.
your shit up. Your tours, what's coming out soon. Give all the deets for the fans or new fans.
Let me look at the tour.
We don't know when we're going on tour. We don't
Okay,
know. We just got
Yeah,
back.
I don't think.
I
Do
got
we
it.
even have tours booked?
I got it.
Let's ask our agent.
Yeah, so we got a headliner coming up. First day is gonna be June 9th, Chicago, Illinois, in the Cobra Lounge.
Hell yeah.
Come out to that. We're also gonna be doing So What this year again. It's gonna be the second day, Sunday, June 25th.
What stage? What stage? What
Dallas.
stage we at? What stage?
We're on the I forgot what stage we're on.
The one that's not outside.
Yeah,
It's in
the one-
Dallas, though.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's in Dallas or Arlington, whatever the fuck. It's all the same shit to me.
yes. And then right after that, we're gonna be going on tour with Counterparts in July.
Yeah.
That starts on July 4th. With like Monster Flames, Boundaries. We're gonna be hitting a lot of Canada dates on that tour. So if you're, our fellow Canadians, come through and
With Tim Hortons. Bring Tim
I was
Hortons.
just gonna say, please.
If you
Yes.
don't bring us some fucking Tim
chocolate
Hortons
dip
donuts.
donut. Chocolate dip donut.
I like poutine, so bring me poutine, please.
I don't get poutine.
Yeah, I don't like
We're
poutine.
not doing
You're
this.
alone
We're
on
not
this one.
right now. We're not doing
No,
this.
no.
Okay. All right.
We're doing all of it.
Chicken bacon ranch wrap.
But yeah, that's it. I mean, and we have some other little surprise tours maybe coming up in the future, but you guys will hear about that later.
Yeah.
Yeah. Y'all have a show in Cincinnati, Ohio, June 11th,
yes.
11th, I believe. I think I may have to attend. That's only a little
You
bit
should.
away
So too.
from.
Just
I
send
think
us
so
your
too.
send us your full name and you'll be inside the show
I'll be
For
inside
free.
it.
on the list.
What?
Inside of it.
Dead
Do it.
ass?
Do it.
You'll be
Do
there.
it.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'll
Yes, send us
Do it
your
right now.
full name and you'll be put on the list. I can't tell you what list you're going to put on, but you'll be on a list.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, just make sure to send the name, bro. All right.
Yeah, I will. I
Okay.
will. Yeah.
First and last.
Yeah,
Do it.
full
Yeah.
government
Name.
name. You can have my socials as well. I'll send over the credit
Perfect.
card info. We'll complete this
Okay.
transaction
That's all we need.
over
Hey, sure.
Venmo and Cash App. Thank y'all so
Yeah.
much. It was so
Thank
fun
you
to
for having
talk
us.
to you. I'm going to go ahead and end this recording. Bye.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Bye.